Burlington, Vermont, and we got our car rental. It's a little bit chilly today. I think it's in the 60s and it's raining and kind of ugly looking, a little windy, but we're happy to be here. We're going to go ahead and head towards our Airbnb that we rented, and I think we're going to stop at a grocery store on the way before we get to the Airbnb, because our realtor that we're working with said that there's no grocery stores around where we're going. So that's what we're going to try to do before it starts getting dark for the day, and we'll just get settled in. We rented an RV, like an RV camper, to stay in for the next couple of days. So that's where we're heading to now. And the city that we're staying in is called Harrisburg, Vermont. So it's about an hour and a half from here for the Burlington airport. So I'll try to show you guys once we get there, if we get there before it gets dark for the day. If not, I will just wait until tomorrow and show you the scenery around. We made it to our destination. It is colder here than it was in Burlington. I had to put on a sweater, and it's also like really cloudy and rainy. But this is where we're staying at. It's a really nice location in Harrisburg, Vermont. Can't really see it from here, but there's mountain views on the background over there, and then there's other people's property here. Let me show you the inside. It's a really big camper. It's just us two staying here, so there's plenty of space for us, or if we would have brought the kids. This is the bedroom. You can kind of see the views, mountain views there. Has a closet. Bathroom, shower, lots of seating here. We did our little grocery shopping so that we have food for the next couple days, and then we grabbed dinner for today. Has a microwave, a big TV. What is this, like a battery heater?
What's that?
Under the TV.
A little fireplace?
It's probably like a little fireplace. We might have to use that today because it's cold in here.
I got a heater on there.
The sink, then it has a stove top. So this is where we'll be staying for the next 3 nights. So the property that we had originally were going to see while here, somebody put an offer in it, so we're back to square one with property searching. We're supposed to meet up with our realtor tomorrow and just have a talk over with him. There was another property that popped up that I wanted to see, but we'll see what he says tomorrow. But that's unfortunate, but we're not gonna let it ruin our trip. We're still gonna enjoy the scenery and check out some towns, and maybe like window shop on some properties that are pending, like the one that we wanted to come see. But yeah, just wanted to show you where we'll be staying. It is kind of windy and rainy out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get inside. We're just gonna get settled in and eat dinner today. I don't think we're gonna do too much of anything else, but tomorrow we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Before, I want to maybe get some hiking done before we meet up with our realtor, like after lunchtime, and then we'll figure out what to do the rest of the day. So this property, number one, was the little tiny house cabin. It was a little over 500 square feet. We really just came to see it for fun. I don't think we were very interested in buying this, but I wanted to see what it looked like in real life, not just from the pictures, and what 500 square feet really felt like. Definitely way too small for our family, though. We agreed on that. And the cabin itself wasn't in all great condition. We didn't go inside or anything, just kind of peeked through the window and observed the 10 acres surrounding it. It was a very beautiful and peaceful location, but unfortunately, I think that small of a home would not work for us as a family of 4 right now. Maybe in the future when it's just my husband and I, but definitely too small for now. But we wanted to go ahead and see it. It was nearby anyway, so that is why we went to go and stop by. So that is pretty much it. We're just back in the camper for the rest of the night. We're gonna get dinner started. We did not get to meet our realtor today because he had to work later than usual. So tomorrow we have a meeting for him. We're gonna go out with him to eat breakfast, and he said he has some things he wants to talk to us about and possibly see some properties afterwards. So that is exciting. We do have maybe like 1 or 2 properties that have shown up that we wanted to go see while we were here. And then I'm not sure what else we'll get into for the rest of the day for tomorrow, but that was our day for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed all the scenery shots that I posted so far, and stay tuned to the end for more. It's like 26. Looks like it's all mountainside. We just redid our porch at home.
Yep, we did.
So this was property number 2. I'll call it the house on the hill. Unfortunately, we were very underwhelmed with this. It was an amazing asking price and on 26 acres, but it failed to mention that the 26 acres were literally like up a mountain, and it's just not doable for wanting to farm and plant things and raise animals. It was really steep. And the house itself, it had water damage on the roof, so it would need a new roof. It had lots of water damage on the floor, like towards that back door. Your foot almost sinks into the floor, so all of that would need to be repaired from underneath. The house needed new windows, and it looked like it was infested with bugs and ladybugs. There was just ladybugs piled up on random corners of the house. There was just a lot of things with that house that it just did not sit well with us. It didn't feel right. It was a beautiful location with a beautiful mountain view, and like the place was really quiet and nice, but the house itself it just wasn't it for us. It wouldn't work well for farming, and it was just a little too steep. Maybe for a family that just kind of wanted nice views and wanted a fixer-upper, it would work out perfectly for them. But for us wanting to start a farm, we decided to just move on and look at something else. We did see another property. I'll discuss that a little bit later with you guys in this video, but for today, that was the end of our property searching, and we just went to see that one and decided we were not interested. Day 2 of our full day here in Vermont. We came to this little like a campground. They had an ice cream shop, and it's kind of close to our Airbnb, so we stopped here before heading to our Airbnb for the rest of the day. I wanted to try the chocolate. I wanted to get a maple creamy, which is like a maple ice cream that they make here in Vermont, but they only had chocolate flavor, so I'm trying that. And he got a, what is it? Oreo sundae. So a recap of today, we started off by going just on a little walk around the Airbnb, so I posted a video on that, and then we met up with our realtor for breakfast. I didn't record that, but it was like a little place in the town, so we just had breakfast there, and he showed us like paperwork of a couple properties, and one of them we had already stopped on our own to see the other day. It was the little red, like tiny house cabin, so we didn't go to see that one. The second one I did not get any video of because the people were still there. So it was a property really close to where the realtor lives himself, and it was a house on 11 acres and it's not on the market yet. So he just spoke to the people. What was it, the grandparent?
For the kids.
I guess the grandparent passed away, and then the kids are going to be selling that property. So I'm not sure on the details of the house. I just know that it's on 11 acres. He took us to the road and we got to see the property just kind of from afar, because you could tell that the family was there cleaning up and throwing out a lot of things. So we didn't want to ask to go into the property or anything, but we saw it from a distance and it looked really nice from the outside. Is that a dog over there? Looks like Aspen. Looks like a Pyrenees. So we looked from the outside. The property looked really nice. It had like clear fields. It also had a good amount of wooded area, and I think he said there was some wetlands. So 11 whole acres with a manufactured house. Kind of looked like the same size of ours, so I'm not sure. I'm going to wait till he sends me the address so I can look up the details of the actual house. And then he said once it is ready and cleaned out, ready for sale, he'll send me like a virtual video of the inside, since we did not get to see that today. So that is a possibility. We definitely like the area that it was in. It's kind of really close to where we're staying at now, and it's really close to where the realtor and his whole family lives as well. So that would be kind of cool to already know somebody in our neighborhood. And it's also going to be priced at the listing price that we're looking for. So those are all good things. We'll just wait for more information on that. Then we went to see the other house. That was like an hour and 20 minutes drive, and it was a really nice location up in the mountains, but the actual property itself was just too hilly. It wasn't really good for farming. The house needed a lot of work. It had water damage on one part of the roof. It had floor damage and just a lot of things that we're not familiar with fixing up ourselves. But that property was on 26 acres. But it just didn't mention that the 26 acres was pretty much all like really, what would you call it, steep. And then it was very rocky as well, so not really the ideal location for a farm. It's too steep for farm animals, and then with all the rocks and stuff, it would be hard to plant fruit trees and things like that. It didn't have a lot of clear land at all, so most of that 26 acres was mountain, but it was in a nice location and it had really pretty views. But that house was 139 something. It was a foreclosure. So, but I think it's a good deal, but it needs a lot of work and it's not ideal for farming. This is our view from the back of the camper that we're staying at. The sun is setting, and then the dairy farm that the Airbnb is next to moved the cows to this pasture. So we got a nice little view of them. I'll probably walk over there and get a closer view. But this is a really pretty property too. You can see the mountains in the background. And then we're cooking dinner outside today. We're making chicken, corn, and broccoli. So we're gonna use the little propane grill that they got out here to grill the chicken. Hello guys, it is the last day that we're here in Vermont. We're still in the area where we were staying at. We just left our Airbnb for the morning, and we're passing by the property that I mentioned that we didn't get to see the inside of, just the outside. But I wanted to take another look at it before we officially left. After this, we'll be heading to Burlington and just killing time over there until it's time to get into the actual airport. But I wanted to pass by the property again just to look at it one more time. And we don't know what the inside looks like or how many bedrooms it is or anything, but just wanted to see it again and catch it on camera since I didn't get the chance yesterday. We're going through the back side of it. I think we entered through a different area yesterday, but I'll try to see what I can get on camera if there is nobody there working on the house.
You have arrived.
So that is, you can't really see the house, but the mobile home is next to it, and then it has a 2-car garage. Try to go a little past it. The property line goes like a little bit to the left, and then most of it is towards the back. I can't see it from here. So I think it ends. Slow down. Okay, so the orange tag on this tree marks the ends of the property on this end. We turned back to where we first came in, so it has like a wooded area over here, but then I'm not sure where it stops because the whole property is kind of like an L shape. So it has like a long rectangle where the house is, and then this section I think is somebody else's 5 acres. Like off the road, it's somebody's 5 acres.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Vermont.
So after the wooded area, it opens up and it has cleared land. So like this section, this 5 acres is somebody else's, and then the house is over there, so it has that open field.
Take the next right onto Burden Hill Road.
So the actual property goes from the house all the way back and then takes a right turn, and it meets all the way back there. And this is going back towards the front of the house. The house faces the road.
Continue for 4 miles.
Okay, so that's the front. And you can't really see anything else because of the trees in the way. We're not sure where it ends up.
We didn't find it yesterday either. So, it up on the orange marker somewhere up the hand.
Based on the Google Maps, it looks like there's an empty lot here, and then it's the daughter's house. Okay, so here's a map image of the property. That right there is the house with the garage next to it, and then it's like a long strip here, and then it takes a turn to the left, so it's like a fat L shape. Then that little rectangle right there seems to be 5 acres that somebody else owns, and then next to it, this is, I think it said 30 acres that somebody owns, but there's no house on it. I wonder if the daughter owns that. One of the daughter of the realtor lives here, and there was a house there with some land, but this is the mobile home on 11 acres that we were looking at. So when we were driving here, that's where the front of the house was. When we were driving to the side of the road, that was just like the wooded area. But the actual mobile home, I feel like it looks kind of small, so I'm not sure if it's a 3-bedroom or what is inside, but the realtor will let us know once it is cleaned out and ready, and he'll send us like an inside video, so we'll see if it's something that could work for us or not. Now we're going to go have some coffee at the little bakery that we went on the first day that we were here, and then from there we're just gonna head to Burlington and see what we can find to do over there until it's time to get to the airport.